How is everyone doing? I just wanted to come on the live and just do a reminder for tomorrow morning. I hope everyone has been having a good Tuesday. I hope everyone has been having a good day. And I hope everyone have a wonderful night tonight. I'm up in here getting ready to play one of my games and just chill out. I have a movie on pause that I'm getting ready to watch. And yeah, but I just wanted to come on here and say hey to you guys. I hope everyone is doing well. I hope everyone has been able to get through all this messed up pollen that we have. First off, first things first, let me self support. I'm just on live right now, just doing a reminder for tomorrow morning at 6 o'clock. 6 a.m. reminder. Okay, guys, I just wanted to come on here and do a quick reminder of tomorrow morning self love before sunrise at 6 a.m. And we might be on live longer than that tomorrow. It just depends. And I might do a workout with you guys as well. Like I said, it just depends on how I'm feeling in the morning and everything of that nature. But yeah, guys, so make sure you all join me in the morning at 6 o'clock a.m. And we're going to do our self love before sunrise, which is affirmations and just positive talk, to get our day started. So we can put that our best foot forward throughout the day. Because I know sometimes life can throw a lot of things at us, and I feel like I want to get up in the morning and say affirmations, but I also want to share them with other people as well. And at first, I was doing it at 5 a.m., but I switched it to 6 a.m. And tomorrow is Wednesday. So after the affirmations, I might do a workout with you guys. Might do a inside workout with some kettlebells and maybe some little weights. So be ready for that. Get it going. That's the timer. Can you cut the oven off for me, darling? All right. So how's everybody Tuesday been going? Like what everybody been up to? Like what do you guys do for today? I just got off the live with my husband. Did you guys do anything exciting? Did you do anything fun? Did you do anything well did you do something that you hadn't done before, done or did before? Is the timer off? Then just cut the oven off. Um Let me see what I did exciting today. Oh, I did some more research on our cat, the one that's pregnant. That was what I did. That was exciting today. So just trying to get situated with that. just and when I did my live this morning, even though I started a little late, I think I got on the live. I think it was like 6:15. I had a distraction, but however, I got through the distraction and went live like I said I was. So we going live in the morning at 6 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, guys. And yeah, okay, you worked and went home to relax. Okay, that's good. I worked today as well. It's amazing. Like I have my, it's I have bifocals, right? But I got the kind of bifocals where it doesn't have the little square in the middle. It's all like blended. And I'm gonna be honest, it took me a minute to kind of like get used to looking up, looking down, you know. So when I'm looking up close, sometimes, well, a lot of times I have to take my glasses off so I can see better. So I can see better when I'm looking up close. How many of you guys put it in chat if you wear glasses or not? For at one point in time, I was wearing like contact lenses for a minute, and I had the kind of contact lenses that you supposedly change every 30 days. I was stretching the mugs, and stretching means keeping them longer than 30 days. And I used to sleep in my contacts because I had the kind of contacts that you're supposed to take out every day. I used to sleep in my contacts sometimes because one thing I did not like to do was when I wake up in the middle of the night and I can't see, like if I have to get up to use the restroom or just get up to do anything, I did not like getting up and I couldn't see. So I would sleep in my contacts. So of course there would be times that I would be asleep and I wake up and my contact not slid over, or sometimes I'll forget that I don't have my glasses on. So I would do this a lot because I was so used to like pushing my glasses up on my face. So I would do this a lot. I guess it's habit. I would do this a lot. And then when I would rub my eyes, sometimes my contact would like go over to the side. And I would like have to ask my daughter, I'd be like, hey, come here, can you see my contacts? So I would hold my eye open and look like over this way. And she'd be like, oh yeah, you can see it right there. And then I would like just have to get in the mirror and just take it and just slide it over my eye. I was thinking about going back to contacts. I don't know. I don't know. I think what I might do is I think when I do get my eyes checked again, I want the kind of glasses that turn into shades. And then I might get like a prescription for contacts. But the thing about it, guys, okay, when I first got my eyes checked, and I've been wearing glasses since I was 16 years old. So I've been wearing glasses like 31 years, right? So when I was like in my hmm I was in my 20s. I was like, I want to try contacts. So when I went to try contacts, I would never forget. I actually went to Target. That was back then. Target had an eye center. Yeah, it was Target that I went to, and I was in my 20s. I know I had to be in my late 20s, early 30s. Anyway, so when I went to get my eyes checked and to get tested for contacts, they told me that my left eye was weaker than my right eye. So my contacts would have to be different. So the thing about it, and I had to sit there and learn how to put my contacts in before I left. So that was a task, and I was like, it was really a task. And so one thing about it used to be kind of funny because I would always have to make sure that whenever I took my contacts out, I would always have to make sure I did not get distracted. So I can make sure I put the left one in the left little, circle and the right one in the right circle, not to get it mixed up because the prescription was different in my contact lenses. Okay, so I wore contacts for a while. That was cool or whatever. Then there was one thing that happened. I don't think I went to sleep in my contacts. No, I didn't go to sleep in my contacts. What had happened was I had rubbed my eye one day, like real bad, and my contact had went over, but I couldn't find it. So I thought my contact had fell out. So I'm looking around and this and that, and it was so crazy because it was one of those things where I would like do like this and be like, wait a minute, okay, I can see good with this eye because the contact in there. And then this eye, I was doing like that. I was like, dang, I can't hardly see. That's how I would know one of my contacts fell out. And so my contact, I was like, dang, my contact had fell out. And I'm looking around, I'm like, dang. And it was like the only, I think that was like, that might have been the only one I had. No, it wasn't. I had like some more sets. I had some more sets. Because like I said, I used to stretch my contacts. And if y'all hear that squeaking noise, that's actually my chair. It's not gas. Hello, Colton. How you doing? Um, and when I move, it's the chair squeaking. That's what it was. So I don't want nobody to think, oh, she got gas. Right back. No, it's not that. It's just a chair squeaking. Okay. So I would. That's what I. And that's how I knew. I was like, Dad, my contact fell out. So I think it was like it was either that night or the next day or something. When I woke up, I was like, ooh, my eye. Like I had a headache and my eye was kind of hurting. A little bit. So I went and I looked in the mirror and I was just looking. And when I did like that, it was right there. So evidently it had went somewhere. My contact, and it didn't fall out my eye. I thought it had actually fell out my eye. So yeah, and I was luckily able to get it out. So it's been a few times that when I wore my contacts, I would rub my eye and my contact would actually fall out. And how I would know was because when I'm looking, I'm like, why it's blurry, but then it's not, and that's how I would do it. And then it would be some times that I would like, okay, it's looking blurry, and I would look in the mirror and be doing like that. And I was like, ooh, I knew the contact also wasn't in my eye because when I would touch my eye, my finger would hit my pure eyeball and it would burn. I was like, oh, my contact not in there. So yeah, that was a story of me with contacts, guys. So I was thinking about going back to them. Actually, last year, during the time when I got married, I had actually called because I wanted to wear contacts that day. I did not want to wear my glasses on my wedding day. I just didn't. Um, Not that I had like a veil or anything. I just didn't want to wear my glasses. I just wanted to have, contacts. And when I called and asked them, could I, come pick up a pair of contacts? It was like, well, your prescription has expired. You would need to get a whole nother eye exam. But I'm like, what would I need an eye exam for? It's just the prescription. I just didn't never feel it. So, but I can do it. So I ended up wearing my glasses. But yeah, guys. And then, so the first time when I did the contacts, my left eye was weaker than my right. So I had to get two different prescriptions in each eye. Then after that, when I went and got my eye exam again and got contacts again, they was like, oh, they the same. I was like, well, which one? I said, which eye, which one do I put for the left and which one do I put for the right? They was like, oh no, your prescription is going to be the same. How that happened, I'm not sure. And then also, I noticed another thing too, that the time that I had water contacts for so long, I noticed that I had stopped wearing them. And now, because I had needed to get an eye exam, I had water contacts for so long, and I had needed to go get an eye exam. And by me wearing those contacts for so long, of course, when I had went and got my glasses that time, I didn't get my glasses prescription refilled. I just kept the pair of glasses that I had been wearing, and I went on ahead and just told them to give me a year's supply of contact lenses. And so when it was getting close to, I was like, Dad, it's time for me to get another eye exam, this, and that. So for a while, I would just wear the old glasses that I had. But when I wore the old glasses that I had, it was so crazy because it was like I could put the glasses on and I could see like certain stuff that was like far, but I couldn't see stuff that was close up with the glasses on. It was wild. And I guess because my eyeglass prescription had changed as well, but by me not getting the glasses, getting that prescription filled, excuse me, it affected my eyes. So, yeah. So that's my story of me having contact lenses. I also used to wear braces as well. My gap used to be bigger than what it is. I had a big gap. And I got braces when I was 21. Yeah, I got braces when I was 21. And I wore braces for 2.5 years. And then After I got my braces off, my gap was closed, and I had a retainer that I wore. And the retainer that I wore, it was just this. You had the little plastic part that go up under the top of your mouth. But the only thing with the retainer, it was just like just two wires. But in the front, it was just two brackets. And the two brackets, when I would wear my retainer, is they would just be around the two front teeth to kind of keep the gap part closed. And I was asking them, I was like, how long should I, do I have to wear the retainer? They was like, you're gonna have to always wear it. I was like, oh, okay, not thinking. And then I had my retainer, and I would take it out and soak it, and I um I was wearing it, but then I wasn't wearing it like I supposed to, because I think one time what I did was when I soaked it, I had put some peroxide in the water, and I think the peroxide kind of ate away at the material, that the part that would go up under the top of my the roof of my mouth. And it was kind of like, I was like, every time I put it in, it'd be making it go. I'm like, why is it doing? I guess because it was the particles or whatever. But anyway, to make a long story short, and I could tell, like, say, like, if I didn't wear my retainer, like every day, like I was supposed to have, when I did put it in, it would kind of hurt a little bit, because my teeth would I could tell they kind of shifted a little bit. But what happened was, I had a flood in my apartment one day, and when I got home, they was moving my furniture and stuff out of my apartment into the clubhouse of the apartment complex, and my retainer got lost. So I never went back to the orthodontist, because at the time the orthodontist that I had went to was like an hour drive away, because I wasn't living in the same city that I was living in anymore when I got my braces or whatever. And so eventually my teeth opened, my gap spread back open. And so yeah, so that's that. You got to get braces this year. Ain't nothing wrong with it. Go on and get them teeth fixed. Get your teeth fixed. Get your teeth fixed. I need to get some things done. Some more stuff done on my teeth, like my little side ones. Lost one of them wearing your retainer. Um, yeah, because the stuff was like getting taken out my apartment. So I guess I don't know. It probably was in the bathroom near the sink or something, wherever I kept it at, and it just probably wasn't picked up, because it was like chaos, because I was on my lunch break. And when I got back from my lunch break, it was a note on my desk, and my supervisor had wrote, said, your leasing office had called them. And I was like, okay. So I called them, and they was like, yeah, we just want you to know that there's a flood in your apartment, and we are moving your furniture out the apartment into the clubhouse. And I was like, huh? It was like, we suggest you come home. So I went home, and that's what it was. Like, water was everywhere. And what happened at that time, my apartment was right next door to the laundry room at the apartment complex I was living at. And the people that clean up at the apartments, the lady was in there cleaning the laundry room, and it was water coming up under the floor into the laundry room. And come to find out, my hot water heater had busted. And my hot water heater had busted, so water was like everywhere. And it was so crazy, because guys, back in the day, Walmart used to have layaway. And I had actually just redid my bathroom. I had got new shower curtains, new stuff to go on the counter, new rugs. I had my bathroom. It was so pretty. I hadn't even had it. I don't think I had it a week. I don't think I had that those items a week. And all that stuff got messed up, all of it. And so they had these fans in there. They even had the like carpet, like it was soaked, like you had to walk. It was like just water everywhere. And so when I went to the leasing office, I had to stay in they moved my furniture to the clubhouse, and they told me that the model apartment, the one, how when you go to an apartment complex and they had the model apartment all furnished and stuff, they told me I could stay there. And they told me, they was like, we noticed too that because I had a one bedroom at the time, and I had been living there. I think I had just been living there a year, but I had asked them about how much a two bedroom was. I had inquired about it, And they was like, we noticed not too long ago you inquired about a 2 bedroom. We do have one coming up that we cleaning out right now. And what we'll do is we'll give you the 2 bedroom for the price of the 1 bedroom. It was a 2 bedroom, 2 bath. We'll give it to you for the price of the 1 bedroom for the rent you paying now. And back then, I think I was paying $545. I was like, well, okay. And what happened was, so basically, what happened was the hot water heater busted. However, one of the maintenance men that worked at the apartment complex, he was up in there. He was like, "Oh yeah," he said, they supposed to have been fixed this hot water heater. It's been messed up for a long time, you know." And by him saying that, that's why the people at the apartment was like, "Oh no, you know, you can." That's why they had moved my stuff in the clubhouse. That's why they had let me stay in the model apartment, and that's why they gave me the 2 bed. And I didn't ask for none of this stuff, but they gave me the 2 bedroom, 2 bath for the price I was paying for the 1 bedroom, and they actually let me stay in the model one until that 2 bedroom came available. I was like, wow, yep. I didn't even know what a hot water heater was, to be honest. I was like, the hot water heater. I'm like, what the heck is that? I didn't even know it was one of them things that be in that closet. I was like, hot water heater. I'm like, in my mind, I'm thinking hot water heater. I'm like, where the hell is, not trying to be funny. I'm like, where the hell is that in the apartment? Because I don't know nothing about, I'm thinking it's actually a heater somewhere. And I'm like, huh? I didn't even know what a hot water heater was, to be honest with you guys. I didn't. Yep. Yep. Look, that's probably why I didn't know anything about suing and stuff. Anybody when it comes to stuff like that, that's probably why they did what they did for me. You know, let me get the 2 bedroom, 2 bath, and all that kind of stuff. Because they was trying to like cover it up or whatever. I'll be back. So that's a little story time, guys. Yeah. So glasses, still wear them. Braces, don't wear them now. I don't know. Sometimes I be wondering, like, should I? I was like, maybe it was meant for me to have a gap. That's what God wanted. You know, that's how it was meant to be, was to have a gap. That's maybe what it was meant to be. But some of my teeth was crooked at the bottom and at the top a little bit too, so that helped out a lot with that part because they not like how they used to. So yeah, ain't nothing wrong with getting braces, honey. Cause they got what Invisalign now. Just it ain't nothing wrong with getting braces. And when I got braces at 21, I wasn't ashamed that I had got braces as technically an adult because I was like, at least I'm working on getting my teeth fit. You know what I mean? But yeah. Mhm. Yep. And so yeah, I think I might. I don't know if I'm gonna go back to contacts or not. I think what I'm gonna do is just, like I said, when I get my glasses again, I think I want the kind that transition into shades. Because what I'll do, guys, is when I want to wear shades, I put the shades over top of my glasses. I'll put the shades on top of my glasses. So yeah. You said tell us another story. Okay, I got one. Hmm. Do you guys remember the movie The Exorcist? I'm talking about the original one. I'm not trying to be funny. And kudos to all the movies that's ever came out, all the horror movies. Kudos to those because um, I'm gonna say it's a difference between horror, scary, and spooky to me. I'm gonna just say that. But what I can and what I will say is that The Exorcist, it's never been a movie like The Exorcist as far as the makeup and the concept, because that movie really, besides this other movie that I saw, I'm gonna tell y'all about, and y'all done heard about this movie several times if you have been on my YouTube channel. But The Exorcist, just the way that little girl looked, and knowing that she was possessed, because that's like the unknown, you know what I mean? That she was possessed and she was in her room like that, lifting out the bed, lifting up off the bed, here, turning around, coming down the steps backwards, just doing all kinds of carrying on. And just the way she looked, it was just very, very, very spooky, it was just different, right? Now, mind you, back in the day, my family, some of them would, play cards, have people over play cards. And I think I don't know, we might have been in my uncle's house or something. I don't know, they was playing cards. And they was watching The Exorcist. Or maybe it was mama or my mama friend's house. I don't know. I couldn't watch it because back in the day when I was growing up, certain movies or certain shows or whatever, when I would watch TV around my mother, when a woman having a baby, I would have to go in the other room or close my eyes, ears. I would just have to go in another room. Just like certain things in the movie, my mama would let me watch. She just didn't. Go in the other room, Dionne. Close your eyes, Dionne. Like I couldn't watch it, right? But my dad, on the other hand, he didn't care. He would pick me and my brother up and take us to Circuit City and let us rent whatever the heck we wanted to rent. And he didn't care what we watched. But my mama wasn't like that. So I remember they was watching The Exorcist because I could hear the conversations that they was having, and I could hear like the screaming and just the stuff of the what was going on during the movie or whatever. I could hear some of it. Okay, so it might have been some time after that. I went to my dad's house for the weekend, and everybody was asleep. So I was downstairs on the couch, up watching TV at night. Because back in the day, back then, there used to be a lot of like music videos and stuff that would come on in the middle of the night, late at night. I used to I'm real big on like music. I used to love music. I still do, but when it's about something. But anyway, The Exorcist had came on. I was like, well, this is my chance to watch The Exorcist. Y'all, let me tell y'all something. I watched that movie by myself downstairs in the dark. I was sitting on the couch. I never forget it. And I said that the movie had me so like scared or just in shock. I couldn't like move to get up and cut it off or nothing. So when the movie went off, something else came on. I don't quite remember. But I never forget I was laying on the couch and y'all had to use the restroom so bad. I had to do number one, urinate. So bad. But I was and mind you, I was in the living room. My dad and him had a half bath, where he was staying at. So the couch was right here, and the half bath was like a couple of steps over. It was nowhere. When I tell you, I laid on that couch and did not. I was scared to even get up to just walk, just a couple of inches of feet to go to the bathroom and use. I was that scared. I just laid on the couch, and when I tried to go to sleep, every time I tried to close my eyes, I would see that little girl face. And I was like, that's what my ass get for watching The Exorcist. Because my mama didn't want me to watch it. And I sat up there and watched it. And then later on, as I got older, up in the years, I probably was maybe grown, early 20s or something. I watched it again and I was like, dang, that movie crazy. That's the story. And that movie creeped me out, but this is one movie I watched when I was a little girl, and it affected my life. And that was Sleepaway Camp. The ending messed me up because I wasn't expecting it. I'm telling you right now, y'all, everybody that's on this live, if you watch Sleepaway Camp, you know what I'm talking about when it comes to the ending. And if you haven't, if you go to YouTube right now, not until this live over with, though, but if you go to YouTube right now or you Google the ending of Sleepaway Camp, this movie came out in the 80s. I think I was like, what, 6? And see the ending, you'll know what I'm talking about. If you go to YouTube right now and type in the ending of Sleepaway Camp, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. And I was a child when I watched that. And that thing had me messed up. It was so crazy because I watched that movie at my dad's house. And not too long after that, it was a camp at the church. I think it was a church was having. I'm not sure who was having, but it was a camp that my cousin Christy and them went to, and I was invited to go. I begged my mama not to let me go to that camp. I cried, begged, pleaded, did everything. She didn't make me go, and my cousin them had a ball at that camp. They had a pure ball. I was at home. I didn't go. And they was telling me how they had so much fun. But by me watching Sleepaway Camp, I didn't want to go because I was thinking what happened in Sleepaway Camp was going to happen to me. And like I said, that movie is from the 80s. So, it's like if you watch it now, it's different because they clothes and stuff. You know, it's from back in the day. But, well, when there was a movie about, that was like one of the first movies that I ever seen that I know of. Now, you know, when I talk about it, it was about the LGBTQ community, because when it first come on, it's these two men and it's a little boy and a little girl. They all at the lake, they're in the water playing, and it's these people driving the boat, and there's somebody skiing behind the boat. And they on the boat laughing and playing, not paying attention. And the girl that's on the little standing thing that's in the water, she telling them to watch where you going. And by the time the boy turned around, his boat had hit the area that they was playing in the water at. And you can see this man, you can see like blood or whatever, you can see this man looking like, calling this other man name, and you can see a little child swim away. Again, it was like some years had went by, and it was this boy and his cousin, and I can't think of the girl name. It was this boy and his cousin. It was a girl cousin, and they was getting ready to go to camp. And the boy mama, she was real dingy, and it was like the way she talked, because she had this little ribbon or something wrapped around her finger where she wouldn't forget anything. And she was telling him, she was like, yeah, you guys getting ready to go to camp and such, you had to have it done. But we can't do that. Like the way she would talk, she was just real dizzy in the head. You can just tell. She didn't have it. She won't wrap too tight. She won't playing with a full deck. And just the way she was acting. So they went to camp. And the boy, he had already been to camp before and stuff. So when he would go to cousins, the girl, she was real quiet. She was real quiet. She ain't talk to nobody but her cousin. That's it. And so by her not talking to anybody, people used to pick on her all the time. They used to just pick at her. What's wrong with you? And this and this and that. And when she would be in the camp, the little camp house or whatever it was, where all the little girls slept and bathed and took showers and stuff, she would be sitting there on the bed, Indian style, just staring at them, just staring. And they used to be like, "What's wrong with her?" And that's just how she used to act. She just used to sit there and stare, wasn't saying nothing. Okay. So the little boy, he had this little friend, a little guy friend, and he would hang with the boy and his girl cousin, and he started talking to her, and he made her like talk to him, and she would like open up to him, and they would talk. So they was like liking each other, whatever. And so it was just so much stuff going on, y'all, with the camp counselors and the kids, because every time you turn around, somebody was picking at their girl. But what started happening was everybody that picked at her, they started getting unalived. They started, like, stuff was happening to them. Like the little man that cooked the food in the kitchen, he messed with the girl, tried to do something to her. Something happened to him. Then this other girl, something happened to her. Then the cousin, he had liked this one girl. She was all fast acting. Something happened to her. Like everybody that did something, something happened to them. And I know, and it made me think about this one part that the girl, because she was a little petite white girl, but she had this long, thick black hair. How she used to be acting, and doing all that. I never forget when she was saying something to the cousin one time, and she was like, "Yes," and she was curling her hair. And so she was in her little camp room or whatever. She was sitting up in there doing her hair, and the door had opened, and you could see a figure of a person standing there. She's like, "What are you doing here? This and that." And they took the curling iron, and it was just a lot of stuff that was going on. Just put it like this: everybody that picked on that girl cousin got unalived. Period. Even to the little small little campers, they got unalived. All of them. And so the cousin, little friend that liked his girl cousin, they was like they wanted to go for a little swim because they liked each other or whatever. Her name Angela, that was her name, Angela. That was her name, Angela. Went for a little swim. And at that time, it was a nice woman camp counselor and a nice man camp counselor. And as you know, stuff was happening in the camp, they was trying to figure stuff out. So that night, that they was finding all these people that was unalive because somebody was getting unalive, and the next person, they were like, "Wait a minute, something going on." So as they was going through the woods, looking, going through the camp, trying to find stuff, they found the little kids that was out there in the camp, just all this stuff. They was just finding stuff out. And so as they walk to the lake part, they can see two people, and you can just see the back of them, and you can see the girl Angela was sitting on the ground Indian style. She was humming, and the boy was laying he was laying in her lap or whatever. And she was rubbing his hair, and she was humming or whatever. So then it flashed back to. Then it flashed back to the two little boys, the little boy and the little girl that was in the water. That was in the water when the movie first come on. They was in that boat accident, and they was sister and brother, and they had saw their dad in the bed with another man kissing them. So when they saw that, they was like laughing at each other. So they went and sat on the bed, Indian style, facing each other, and they was like pointing at each other, like, pointing and saying little stuff to each other. So then it goes to the part with that little dingy lady, the aunt that I told you from the beginning of the movie. You can see this little child standing in front of her, and the little child was standing there with their little arms down, and they had like this little headband wrap or something on their hair. And she was like, "Oh my God, I'm so glad you're here to stay with us. I've always wanted a little girl. I'm going to name you Angela." Angela, yes, that's what I'm going to name you, Angela. And she said, "Don't you love that name?" or something like that, she said. And when she said that, the little child that was looking down with the little headband looked up. And when the little child looked up, that's when Angela stood up. And when she stood up, that's when you can see the little boy that she was liking had rolled out her lap. And when she stood up, she was standing up there screaming, y'all. Let me tell y'all something. And it's so quick. There was like some whoever was the director of that movie, when she was standing there, like you gotta watch it because that is so spooky and scary. She was standing there, and the man and woman, they was like, "Oh my God, she's a," and as she's standing there just screaming high, like high. But when she doing it, she like looking to the side, like that, and the camera is like, going on her face, and you can see her face and going, and it's just going down her body, and it's just, pulling back from her, but you can see her just still standing there hollering like that, right? And it pull on down. Then when it go on down to this part right here, you can see a boy chest. Then as it go down, you can see the male part. They was like, "Oh my God, she's a boy," and it went off like that with her standing there hollering, and it was all dark outside, and just how she was looking and standing there hollering. And then as it was going off, it was, y'all, when I tell you, when I saw as a kid, that thing had me messed up because I never, who would have thought something like that could be. It had me messed up. And it's like, okay, so it was some years had went by when I became an adult and I ended up watching the movie again. And I was like, the key parts. Okay, when the movie first come on, the two men in the water was Angela's, not Angela, but the sister and brother daddy and his partner. And so when the boating accident happened, the daddy partner and the little sister was the one that got unalived in the boating accident. And the little child that swam away was a little boy that Angela aunt raised as to be the little girl. So that's why when they was getting ready to go to camp and she had that little thing wrapped around her finger, that's why she was saying like, "Oh, well, you're physical. Well, we can't do that now." That's why she was talking and being secretive. And that's why she was all quiet. She only talked to her cousin. Excuse me. And that's why when that's why when she was in that room with them girls and them girls all walk around there, they taking showers out in the open, they walking around, they bra and they underwear and getting naked. That's why she was sitting on the bed just staring, because it's like, wait a minute, that I suppose, I'm what they are, but they ain't looking that like me. And plus she was a boy, so she was probably sitting there like, what the heck, like attracted to him. And it's like, what are you looking at, huh? That one girl with that black hair, why are you doing that? They used to pick at her. She just used to be sitting there like this, just staring at all of them. That's why. I was like, you know what? And then the part when the girl used to pick on her the most, that was like my cousin. When she was in that room and it was dark and that person opened that door, when you see the figure, it's like it's a boy figure. You can like really see it, but you couldn't see the face. Then it was one boy that had picked at her. I think he threw her in the water or something. He did, because I'm telling you, everybody that picked on Angela, the cousin, was on them. He would run up to him, jump on them, punching them, like he was fighting them. He did not allow nobody to pick on his cousin. He was fighting them. And it was one boy. They was out there at the boat, and then I think the boat or something had flipped over, and they was up under the boat, and then you could see a person come, because he was up under the boat that was flipped over in the water, and you can see the person come up out the water in front of him. What are you doing here? And then did what they did. So the whole time doing the movie, guys, you thinking it's the cousin, the boy cousin is doing it, because everybody that messed with her, he was fighting them and saying, "I'm gonna get you." And like I said, everybody that picked on her got unalive. And as you watching it, you see a boy figure, so you thinking it's him. It was her. Well, it was him, but it was Angela. But you know what I mean. Mm-hmm. So if you do sleepaway camp, and I'm telling you, the movie had me messed up. I didn't go to camp. I missed out on an opportunity. I was like, nope, I ain't doing that. That's why too, I'm telling you guys, movies can affect you. That's probably why that movie Scream. That's why I don't answer unknown calls. If your number ain't in my phone, I ain't answering. If you ain't in my contacts, I'm not answering. That's probably why, because Scream with that girl, she up there answering the phone and he playing tricks on her. She's just steady answering the phone. You think I would have been doing that? No. Back then, if you ain't got called out there, you answer one time, hello, wrong number. You can keep them. But You said watch what is what's inside. Mm. This is one movie that has started because I'm going to get off live with you guys. I've been on here 45 minutes. But it's this one movie I saw. I'm getting ready to go. The guys watch X Door Neighbor. If you get a chance, it's on Tubi. That's good. And it's this one movie I'm getting ready to watch. It's called Fit for the M Word. That's like based on a true story. So I'm gonna go up there and watch it. Well, I just started, but finished watching it. But yeah, guys. But that's why I like movies like I love The Godfather. Because it's all about loyalty. It's like one of my favorite movies. I like To Wong Fu. I like Bringing Down the House. I like The Last Bad Boys. I like all the Bad Boys, but I watched the last one over and over again. Money Talks. I'm the type of person I can watch a movie over and over again. Like a movie can come on, I'll watch it and I'll put it right back on and watch it again. I can do that. I've done that several times. And I think it's probably because it's one of those things where I seen some movies when I was younger that like messed me up, and at least it's like the movies that I do like, I already know how it's gonna end, and ain't gonna be no crazy stuff. So yeah. So it's a lot of movies that I like to watch over and over again that I don't mind watching. I'm honestly surprised. Not trying to be funny, but movies that was remade, I don't think they should have been remade. Such as, I like the original Color Purple. The second one, I didn't even finish it. I'm surprised ain't nobody remade the Gremlins. That's a good little classic. Gremlins. I'm trying to find. What the movies they not remade? I know there's a lot of remakes of Carlito's Way. I feel like they should have just stayed. Hey, Alvin, how you doing? Yes, I'm okay. Are you okay? How you doing today? How your Tuesday going? But yeah, guys, so our movies got a little meaning to them. All of them got hidden messages. I watched that movie Blink. That was good. With Channing Tatum. Has it ever been a movie that you guys have seen and the actor or actress that played in the movie made you feel differently about them? I'm trying to think what movie. What's the movie? Is the Four Brothers? I can't think of the man name that played in Four Brothers, but the one that made the people get off the floor ain't like that. But yeah, guys, I do know one thing. I do know one. I do know one thing. I do want to Like The Godfather, like I said, that's like one of my favorite movies ever. I've seen two and three, but one was the best. Even though two was about Don Corleone and talking about his family, how he came away and everything. Um, excuse me, I know in three, Michael's daughter was in love with her cousin, which was Sonny's son, the one he had with the lady that's in the that was in his sister Connie with not Connie. What was her name? What was the sister name? I got saying it so many times. Wasn't it Connie? Yeah, because Kay was the wife. I do want to. I do want to like get the books for The Godfather because I do know that it was like a book series. I really want to like see like read the book because I want to know everything about them. I want to know about Tom Hagen. Like I want to know about his family and how it was that he met Santino and how he became, family. Which I know they said that he was Santino friend and he had a home, so they brought him in. I want to know about him. I want to know about the mother of Michael Corleone. Them. I want to know more about that. I want to know about Luca Brasi. I want to know as far as like how did him and Vito Corleone become so tight, and how was he like how he trusted what was it about Luca Brasi that he really trusted so much. I want to know about Tatalia. I want to know about Clemenza. I want to know about all of them. I just really want to know. I really want to know. And then the guy that kissed his hand at the end when they closed the one that closed the door. I want to know about how did they all become associated with Vito and they, closest with the family and stuff like that. I also would want to know about when Fredo was in Vegas doing the casino bit. I want to know about all of that. Like how, I would like to know about just the different stories and things of that nature when it comes to The Godfather. Like I want to know too, honestly, how Vito Corleone would have felt about what Michael did to Fredo. And did Fredo have any kids? Um, know more about Kay's, not Kay, but Connie and her husband, children. Knowing what Michael did to Connie's husband, but he did what he did because of what Connie's husband did to the family, betrayed them. I'd like to know about Sonny's children. Like, did any of them grow up in them? And also know about Sonny's wife. Like, how did he meet his wife? How did Tom Hagen meet his wife? Those type of things is what I want to know when it comes to the Godfather. So yeah, so that's like one of my favorite movies, guys. But um, I really enjoyed talking with you all. This was just random. I've just been in here talking about movies and talk about my contact lenses and braces and stuff like that. But I'm getting ready to get off of here so I can go upstairs and finish watching the movie that I was watching. But yeah, guys, I hope you all join me in the morning, 6 o'clock Eastern time, for Self Love Before Sunrise. It's about affirmations, just us putting our best foot forward to start the day on a positive note. Um, yeah, so make sure you subscribe to the channel and have your notification bell on. For when I go live in the mornings at 6 a.m. Eastern time if I'm running late or whatever the case may be. And also tomorrow is Wednesday, so we might do a little workout as well in the morning. We will see. If we don't do a workout, then we might do one later on. But we will see, guys. We will see. But yeah, I appreciate each and every one of you for joining in on the live. I appreciate each and every one that watched from the beginning to the end. I appreciate everyone that commented. Big ups to my moderators. Thank you so much. I really appreciate you. Thank you, everyone that that just joined in. I want you all to have a great night. You all stay blessed, stay safe, be well. Continue to love yourself, continue to be happy, to continue to smile, and continue to be better than you was the day before. As always, you guys take care. You guys stay safe and be blessed. And I wish you all a peace of mind because a peace of mind is one of the greatest things in the world. You all take care. Peace.